Hello everyone, this is Alexander. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to use AI for language acquisition. This, of course, is part of the series where we talk about how to use AI safely, responsibly, and effectively. In essence, learning a language comes down to three main things: input, practice, and feedback. And AI is useful because it can give you lots of all three, but that is only if you use it in the right way. So, let's talk about what AI is actually good at in languages. Well, one thing's for sure. AI is not magic, but it is very good at a few very specific things. First of all, it can explain grammar in plain English. If there's any complex grammar structures, most of the time it can simplify them and give you a basic explanation. Secondly, it can give you unlimited examples or unlimited sentences for you to practice with. Um, Whilst there are a lot of resources out there for language practice, they can be hard to find. So ChatGPT and other AI systems can give you unlimited practice straight away for free. Thirdly, AI can correct mistakes instantly, and it can explain why what you did is wrong and how you can improve. And last of all, AI can simulate conversations at your level. You can actually speak with AI and it can speak back to you to sort of simulate a real life conversation. And whilst teachers can do these things as well, they don't always have time to do these things one on one. And so ChatGPT and other AI systems can be a very good supplement to your learning. So of course, the most popular AI system for language learning is ChatGPT. Um, with ChatGPT, you can ask for grammar explanations that actually make sense. It can explain the rules to you step by step because um, a lot of the time in class, teachers simply don't have the time or resources to go through everything in detail, and so you sort of have to take things for granted, um, and you have to quickly skim over rules. And AI is very good because it can explain those to you step by step, and see where your confusion stems from and try and clarify those sort of things. You can also rewrite sentences at different levels. So, for example, um, it can rewrite your sentence if there's any sort of mistakes in there. Um, it can try and correct those, rectify those, and try to show you how to better write a sentence next time. And this is particularly useful if you're asking it for explanations of why you did something wrong and how you can do better next time. Um, with ChatGPT, you can also compare similar grammar points, like when to use different past tenses. And with ChatGPT, you can also try to rationalize why things are the way they are. A lot of the time, language teachers are born in a country and they've grown up speaking that language. So whilst they have a tremendous knowledge of um, different words and grammar structures, they don't really know why things are the way they are. Um, for example, an English speaker might not know why or when to use um, a or an. Um, and so, because those things just become automatic to native speakers. So ChatGPT can also try to clarify why things are the way they are and um, how to how that can apply to your learning. So it's important to have good prompts with ChatGPT, like always. This is where, in fact, most students go wrong. They ask bad questions. And so bad questions are things like, do this exercise for me. Yes, ChatGPT will do the exercise, but what are you learning? It's better if you ask, correct this sentence and explain why. That way you get an explanation and you know for next time, and you can use that information on a test to actually do better on a test next time. It's bad if you ask ChatGPT something like, walk me through 5 examples using past tense. Why get ChatGPT to do the examples? Get ChatGPT to generate the examples, but instead ask it to give you those hard sentences and then correct your answers afterwards. That's how you practice and that's how you get better. Um, It's bad if you ask to explain something like the past tense simply. Instead, you should try and give it what you know, and then it can build upon that and find errors or gaps in your thinking. Um, and instead of asking it to write something, which in fact a lot of the time can be academic dishonesty, you're much better off asking questions like what's usually included in a letter in German. Instead of asking to write a letter, you ask what's included. That way you get an understanding of the basic structure, the features, and then you can simply try to write something. And then maybe you can get it to correct your writing afterwards if it's not a formal assignment and if you're just doing it for practice. In those situations, it's quite good. ChatGPT is also great for speaking practice. Um, you can, in general, role play things like ordering food, introducing yourself, or having a short conversation. Um, in ChatGPT, you simply have to click the little audio button on um, the bar where you type um, and speak to it. And what can happen then is you can ask it to give you feedback whenever you speak, and it can recognize errors in your grammar um, and in your sentence structure. And if you make notes when that feedback is given, you'll find that you make those errors less frequently and have better success in your studies generally. And you can really do this as often as you like, but you shouldn't let it replace real conversation with real people as well, because ChatGPT and other AIs are oftentimes a bit stilted, a bit formulaic. It's better to talk to a wide variety of people, so you get different exposure also to different voices and such. Then there's also other AIs like Notebook LM, um, which you can use to work with texts you're reading in class. The best way to do this is start off by reading your text, answer the questions which your teacher has given you, and then after you've done all of that, experiment with Notebook LM. Ask it some questions. See if there's anything you missed, if there's something that you didn't notice before, and then use what it gives you to arm yourself and better equip yourself with knowledge for next time. Next time you're given a text, that you can be a bit more careful, that you can read and maybe pick up things that you might not have noticed before. So of course, use the information it gives you to develop further ideas. Don't make it generate the ideas for you. Never copy directly. Of course, there are also other AI tools out there, but you have to be really careful because while some AI tools may be helpful, others may only seem helpful but really be limiting your capacity to learn. Some good other examples are AIs like TalkPal, which describes itself as a GPT-powered AI language teacher. So it specifically focuses in teaching you languages. However, the problem with a lot of these sorts of AIs is usually you have to pay, oftentimes to access some more advanced features. Um, but AIs like TalkPal, they can even correct your pronunciation, um, see maybe where you're going wrong when pronouncing words, which can be really useful to help your speaking. And there's also other AI, other apps or platforms like Duolingo, which you've probably heard of, which use AI as well. However, it's always best to talk to your teacher about what can help your learning the most, because each platform specializes in a different thing. Um, whilst Notebook LM might be best for breaking down text that you read in class, maybe TalkPal is better for pronunciation practice. Maybe Duolingo is better for picking up basic vocabulary. You always have to talk to your teacher because they know you personally and they can recommend things that can help you learn the most. So, when does AI help and when does it hurt in languages? Well, AI helps when you're practicing, revising, or trying to understand something. It helps when you're using it with precision and with direction, and it helps when you're using it as a starting point. It does not help if it's writing the entire task for you. It does not help if it's replacing your own work. If you're using it mindlessly, if you're just asking it to generate explanations without actually writing something down yourself or using your own brain power to do something, then that's mindless usage and that's not really helping you either. Um, And using AI to fix up the little things can sometimes seem efficient, but in languages, foreign languages, the details are always important. Things like grammar, yes, you can get AI to fix them for you. You can get AI to fix up your spelling in foreign languages, but it's best to learn those things by yourself because those are crucial aspects of learning a foreign language. So the simplest rule is this. AI can help you practice language, but you need to produce it in order to maximize your learning and become a better student. I hope this video has helped you all, and I thank you very much for watching. Please refer to the rest of this playlist to learn more about AI and how you can master AI better using it more safely, effectively, and responsibly. Thank you very much.